Good morning. This is Tom. I come to you from the North Maine Woods. I would like to welcome you this morning. I got a video here I want to follow up on. Is the fire roll a bush tool that can be used, or if there's other methods in the woods? I think the fire roll is a great option. I am not knocking it at all. I just would like to show you, in my area, we have about 100 square miles, and in my area there's something on this tree behind me that I'd like to show you. A piece of that and one of those limbs is a great option for building a fire. You'll see in a minute. And I'm going to ask you a question. It oozes out of the tree, oozes. And there's a little tiny hole in it, like a little bug. If you know what bug does that, I would like to know. Because every time that I find one of them things, I am extremely happy. What comes out of that tree, it's a spruce tree, and spruce tar comes out. But it can be the size of a golf ball. And it is a torch. When you get that thing lit, it is a torch. And whenever I come across it, and I would come across it quite often, it would be nothing for me to walk 100 feet and find 5 or 6 or 10 of them. They're that common in this area. I can only speak for Maine. I don't know other areas of the country, or this is just my woods, and I get to know my woods quite well. But I'm going to take a piece of that off, and then I'm going to find a limb off that same tree, with any luck, that will have fat wood in it. And that's one of the reasons I don't carry a lot of stuff with me. It's all out here. We could take 2 pieces from that tree and probably get a fire going. So hang on here for a minute. I will move you up closer to the tree so that you can see what I'm seeing, and maybe this is in your area, and maybe you can try it out yourself. What I do with it is I take it off the tree, I save it, I put it in a sandwich baggie, roll it up nice and tight, and it will stay soft and pliable like putty for a long time. And then maybe 6 months or a year later, I put it in my haversack, or I put it in my fire kit. I have it handy. It's like throwing a tire on a fire. It burns so hot and so high. And it's easy to come by. So that's how I take care of it. And even when it gets hard, it's still burnable. You get that lit and you will have a fire. So enough of that. I'm going to move over to that tree with you and let you see what I'm seeing. Alright, now you can see that tree. And you see my knife there next to it? Right beside that knife is a gob of that spruce tar. And on this particular tree, there is 3 or 4 gobs of it. So I will go in there, grab that, and then we will go use it to build a fire. Alright, here's the tree. Gob down here, gob up here. See right there? That right there is all soft. Whoops, frozen today because it was below 0. We'll go up here and get another one. Yeah. Alright. So I got 2 of them off that tree. I will show them to you. They're hard. For the last 3 days, the other night it was below 0. Right now it's probably only about 10 degrees. The sun is out. This is December 9th up here in northern Maine. But they will still work, and they will burn hot. In the summertime, in the fall, they are soft. Right now they're not soft. They're quite hard, but they will definitely work. Alright, so we will move on. I will get a limb, and I will look this tree over for a limb that has fat wood in it, and then I'll show it to you before we build a fire. Now what I've been doing up here is about 2 or 3 winters ago, and even last winter, And I've been going around to different limbs up here because everybody makes such a big deal about fatwood. And I got wondering how hard it was to find fatwood. So I started bushwhacking limbs off these trees. Now you don't get enough to build a store out of, and you don't get enough to sell it on the open market. But there's enough to build a fire. And it's quite good fatwood. So I haven't really searched around. What I look for is a limb that's like at a V on a tree. Kind of good size. That's not a monster one, but it's a little bigger. So I'm going to cut that off, and I'm going to see if there's any fatwood in it. And if that doesn't work, I see over here we got a bigger spruce. A couple of them, probably a little more to the V that I like. I will move the camera over there. It's only about 10 feet from here. My point is that in this forest at least, you can grab some spruce tar, you can grab some fatwood, generally within feet of each other, if not on the same tree, and be ready to build your fire. All right? I will bring this limb with me, and I'm going to go get another one off that tree over there. So I will move you over there with me so that you can see what we're up to in the great North Woods of Maine. So come out, have fun, enjoy, practice your craft. Lots of this stuff plays into hunting and fishing and having the knowledge. There's hundreds of miles up here to hunt in. And having the skills to build a fire in the evening when you're done hunting in case of an emergency is extremely important. Under any weather conditions, I don't care if it's raining, snowing, or pouring, or a northeaster. Go out in a northeaster, practice your fire skills. You will find out in a northeaster, you're probably not as good at building a fire as you think you are. It throws a whole new dimension on building a fire with 40-mile-an-hour winds and snow. So enjoy. I will move you over to the other tree and we will get going. Alright, now you see this spruce tree? See that limb up there? The ones that are really off at an angle? Those are the ones that I'm talking about. See this one right here? This one right here. These are good size. I can't imagine that there's not enough fatwood in there to build a fire. There you go. 10 feet. You see that red up there? That's all good fatwood. It will build a fire. I've got some store-bought fatwood in my pack. I am going to light a fire with it. And then I've got this here that I just took off this tree. And around me right now is probably 1,000 of them trees. That's the kind of forest that I'm in. So fatwood is never, ever an issue. So I will move to the fireplace. Alright, welcome back. Now, I found myself a log and all I've done is flattened out an area, knock the snow off it so that I can work, so that we can do this test of the fatwood and that tar that I pulled off a tree. I've had it in my pocket. It started to get soft and pliable. So, and that's only been in my outside jacket pocket. This is the limb that we pulled off the tree that had the tar on it. And this is the second limb that we pulled off that's got a nice bit of fatwood in there. And here's a factory piece of fatwood from Home Depot. I'm not knocking the fatwood from Home Depot. I'm just showing that it's in the woods waiting for us. Don't need to lug it. Don't need to buy it. Alrighty. I will start with this piece here. the piece that we took off the second tree. All you got to do is get the bark off it. And see right there? You can see the fat wood peeking out right there. See that red? Okay. That should be enough. I'll take a little bit more, only because I want to light the piece of sap that we got. Easy peasy. On my belt I have a fire rod. Here you go. You see that? Now that right there is how you build a fire in the Maine woods. Like I said, look at that sucker burn. It burns like a torch. If you can't get a fire built with that right there, you ain't ever in your lifetime going to be able to build fire in the Maine woods. You might as well throw gasoline on there. I carry no matches, ever. I do carry a lighter for a true emergency fire. And what I mean by emergency fire is coming out to the snowmobile after ice fishing all day or after rabbit hunting all day. And I'm going to pull this away and show you that that sap is still burning. It'll burn a hunk of tar like that. Who knows how long it would burn. Then we got a fire going over here. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, who knows. I won't run the video for that long. Well, maybe I will. Just to let you guys see how that burns. It's a beautiful day up here in northern Maine. Temperatures are probably a little above 0, but it's sunny. Well, you saw where I got that piece of tar from. If you can find that in your woods, it's better than birch bark. I won't say better, it's equal. And right now, you look around where I am standing, there's not a birch tree to be found. but there's lots of these trees. So my point is that if you got birch, grab it. If you buy one of these trees, grab it. There's just many, many options in the Maine woods. Again, if you know what kind of bug goes into that tree to cause that to ooze out like that, I would love to know.